You drink it every day, but 7 ordinary things in your routine might be quietly blocking your pineal gland. I'm going to show you each one, why it matters, and simple, science-friendly, and soul-friendly fixes you can start using today. Hi, I'm your guide here. Think of this as a gentle wake-up call for the third eye, practical, hopeful, and full of small rituals you can actually do. The pineal is sensitive to chemical, energetic, light, and lifestyle inputs. None of this promises dramatic overnight miracles, but tiny, consistent changes add up. Ready? Let's count down the 7 alarming things that block your pineal gland daily and how to stop them. Number 7. Fluoride accumulation in tap water. Fluoride shows up in toothpaste, some municipal water supplies, and even in some processed beverages. Many people worry that long-term exposure contributes to mineral deposits around the pineal. That worry is commonly cited and worth attention, though it's not a universal medical fact that fluoride always calcifies the gland. What matters here is cautious, practical action. Fix. Filter the water you drink and cook with. Not all filters are equal. Many popular countertop pitchers reduce chlorine taste but do not remove fluoride. For meaningful fluoride reduction, consider reverse osmosis systems, distillation, or high-quality coconut-activated carbon filters designed to reduce fluoride. If you're testing a filter, check the product specs. Look for explicit fluoride reduction claims and third-party testing. As a short-term step, use glass-bottled spring water from trusted sources for drinking and cooking, and prioritize filtered water for beverages like tea. Safety note: if you're thinking of expensive filter upgrades, balance cost with need. Not every home requires the same solution. Consult a water testing professional if you're concerned about specific contaminants in your area. Number 6. Chlorine and oxidants in municipal water, dead or oxidized water. Municipal systems use chlorine or chloramine to disinfect. While these chemicals protect public health, they can change the feel of water and its chemistry. Chlorine is volatile, it can off-gas, and oxidizing agents can make water feel less alive. For someone focused on subtle energetic states, this can translate into a dampening sensation. Fix. Let tap water sit in an open glass or stainless steel container for a couple of hours before drinking to allow chlorine to off-gas. Better, run drinking water through a quality-activated carbon filter. Look for filters that specify removing chlorine-chloramine. You can also keep a glass bottle or pitcher of filtered water in your fridge so you always have rested water ready. Safety note: if your water system uses chloramine, a chlorine ammonia compound, simple air exposure won't remove it. Activated carbon filters rated for chloramine or a proper whole house solution may be necessary. Number 5. An acidic internal environment, processed foods, sugar, chronic stress. Your body's pH and metabolic state influence many small systems: inflammation, sleep quality, and subtle bioelectrical processes. Diets high in processed foods, sugar, and constant stress can shift you toward inflammation and acidity, which many holistic traditions say dampens clarity and the subtle functions of the pineal. Fix. Small shifts go a long way. Start your day with a glass of filtered water and a quarter of a lemon squeezed in. This is alkalinizing in the way most people use the word in wellness circles. Lemon tastes acidic, but has alkalinizing metabolites after digestion. If you prefer a buffering mineral, a very small pinch, 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon, of baking soda in a large glass of water is another option, but use this sparingly and only if you have no medical conditions that restrict sodium. Aim for more whole vegetables, green salads, and minimize sugary drinks and processed snacks. Stress reduction practices, 5 to 10 minutes of breath work, gentle stretching, or sunlight also support balance. Safety note: if you have hypertension, kidney issues, or on medication, consult a healthcare professional before using baking soda regularly. Alkalinize is not a medical cure. It's a gentle daily habit some people find helpful for energy and digestion. Number 4. Dead bottled or over-processed water with no structure. Many commercial bottled waters are heavily processed, then stored in plastic, stripped of minerals, and energetically flat. For those who work with subtle energy, structured, living water, full of trace minerals, in glass, with exposure to light and intention, feels very different on the body and mind. Fix. Choose glass-bottled spring water when possible, or filter your tap with a quality system and store water in glass. Add simple structuring. Let the water sit in a glass jar overnight. Solarize a clear glass bottle in morning sunlight for a few hours, or use a gentle method of intention or vibration. More on that in a moment. Avoid single-use plastic bottles for daily drinking. They leach microplastics and disrupt taste and energetics. Safety note: if storing water to solarize or rest, keep containers clean and use within a reasonable time frame to avoid bacterial growth. Never use harmonic structuring alone to treat contaminated water. Filtration and testing are primary. Number 3. negative words, media, and the programming of your water. This one sounds unusual, but has deep roots in modern energetic thought. Some experiments, most famously those by Masaru Emoto, suggested that water exposed to different words, intentions, or music form different crystal patterns. Emoto's work is controversial and not mainstream science. It's better described as energetic or anecdotal evidence. Still, many people find practical benefit in the simple daily practice of speaking kindly over their water. Fix. Treat your drinking water with gentle intention. Before you sip, say a quiet affirmation, a blessing, or place a short positive label on the bottle. Even if the effect is psychological, it's a quick ritual that improves your relationship to what you ingest. If you prefer a nonverbal option, play calm music near your water or sit with it in mindful silence for a moment each morning. Safety note: Emoto's experiments are experimental and should not be presented as settled science. Using intention is a personal, low-risk practice, but it doesn't replace proper filtration or medical care. If any of this surprises you so far, I'd love to hear which blocker shocked you most. Drop a comment below and tell me. I read the comments and I'll respond. Number 2. Lack of morning sunlight and irregular light exposure. The pineal gland is exquisitely sensitive to light. In modern life, we block natural day-night signals, staying indoors all morning, hitting screens first thing, and exposing ourselves to artificial light at night. These patterns confuse circadian rhythms and can dull the pineal sensitivity. Fix. Reintroduce morning light gently. Within the first hour of waking, step outside for natural light. Even 10 to 20 minutes helps calibrate circadian signals. If weather is poor, bright indirect light through a window can still help. Make it a ritual. Drink a glass of filtered water in the morning sunlight, even just on your balcony or near a sunny window. Solarize a glass bottle of water by leaving it in the sun for 2 to 4 hours. Use a clear glass bottle. Avoid plastic. Drinking sunlight-infused water is as much a symbolic gesture as it is energetic. It helps you build a routine that aligns with daylight. Safety note: be mindful of skin exposure. Protect yourself if you're sensitive to UV, and avoid staring directly at the sun. Gentle, indirect exposure is enough to cue the brain. Number 1. Toxic substances, heavy metals, and unsafe crystal contact. This final one is the most urgent. Heavy metals like lead, mercury, and certain industrial contaminants can affect brain tissue and systemic health. Separately, when people try the crystal water approach, they sometimes place toxic or soluble stones directly into the bottle, and that can leach harmful elements into the water. That's a real risk and must be handled carefully. Fix. Prioritize clean water sources and crystal safety. For water, consider whole home testing or a reputable water analysis to know if heavy metals are present. For filtration, reverse osmosis and distillation are the most comprehensive for removing many heavy metals. High-quality certified filters can also help. For crystals, never put these stones in your drinking water. Malachite, pyrite, hematite, selenite, calcite, and labradorite. These can contain toxic elements or be fragile and dissolve. Instead, use indirect methods. Place your crystal next to or around a sealed glass water bottle, or put the crystal on the outside of the bottle to energetically charge it without direct contact. Safety note: if you're keen on crystal-infused water, use only known safe, non-porous stones like high-quality clear quartz or amethyst, and only if the vendor certifies them as non-toxic and intact. When in doubt, keep the crystal outside the water. And remember, filtration and testing are essential first steps if contamination is a concern. Now let's weave these fixes into one simple morning ritual you can actually do, a compact routine that combines the safest, most practical elements and respects the pineal's needs. A 3 to 5 minute morning ritual for pineal-friendly water and light. Start with a clean, clear glass bottle filled with filtered water. Aim for RO, distillation, or a high-grade coconut-activated carbon filter if you're concerned about fluoride heavy metals. Leave the bottle uncovered in the kitchen for a short while if you have chlorinated water, or keep it in a filtered pitcher. When you're ready, squeeze a quarter of a lemon into about 12 to 16 ounces of that water. If you prefer baking soda, use a very small amount, 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon, and check with your care provider if you have any health condition. Hold the glass for a few breaths and set a simple intention, a short phrase like clarity or I open to small guidance. If you like, place a clear quartz or amethyst near the bottle, outside the water, while you drink it. Then step outside for 10 to 20 minutes of morning light, sipping mindfully. If the sun is strong, avoid direct staring. The light through your eyelids is enough to cue the gland. Weekend tip: solarize a full clear glass bottle by placing it in morning sun for a few hours, or leave it on the sunlit balcony for 2 to 4 hours. Use that water across the day. Always keep such bottles clean and covered overnight. Let's pause for a moment of clarity on crystals and water, a practical safety list you must carry with you. Do not put these stones directly into your drinking water. malachite, pyrite, hematite, selenite, calcite, labradorite. They can release toxic elements. They crumble or dissolve, or they react with water. Use these stones only in dry practice, not for direct infusion. Safer crystal options for indirect energetic use: high-quality clear quartz and amethyst. Even with these, prefer a sealed method. Place the crystal in a small glass tube inside the bottle, if crafted for that purpose, or simply place the crystal outside the bottle and allow the water to sit near it. When in doubt, keep the crystal external. More filtration specifics you need to know so you don't waste money. Many consumer-grade pitcher systems reduce taste in chlorine, but do not remove fluoride. For fluoride reduction, look for reverse osmosis, RO units, distillers, or high-quality activated carbon filters specifically certified for fluoride reduction. Coconut shell activated carbon is often recommended for taste and chlorination byproducts. If you're buying filters, look for independent testing certifications and transparent lab results. A quick note on Emoto-style intentional work and why it's included. Masaru Emoto published images showing differently crystallized ice under varying words, music, and intention. His work is experimental and controversial in mainstream science. Present it as an energetic or anecdotal practice rather than proven fact. Many people find it meaningful and report subjective benefits from intentional rituals with water. If you enjoy that type of practice, incorporate it as a low-risk, high-meaning ritual, but don't substitute it for filtration, medical advice, or proper water safety. Practical daily housekeeping you can start this week. Replace your morning plastic bottle with a glass one. Let tap water rest in a glass pitcher for a couple hours if you can. Schedule 10 to 20 minutes of morning light exposure within the first hour after waking. Swap one ultra-processed snack for a whole food, a handful of raw nuts, a green salad, or a vegetable soup. If you use crystals, audit your collection. Make a safe-to-use near water pile, clear quartz, amethyst, and a no water pile, malachite, pyrite, hematite, selenite, calcite, labradorite. If you're considering a new filter, check whether it removes fluoride or heavy metals before buying. A few common questions you might be thinking about, answered briefly. What about fluoride in toothpaste? Don't swallow toothpaste and be mindful of children's use. For drinking water concerns, focus on quality filtration and testing. Can intent really change water? Many people report subjective improvements from blessing water or labeling it positively. Treat this as an intentional, low-risk practice that can shift your ritual and mindset. How long until I notice changes? Subtle changes in sleep, clarity, or intuition tend to be gradual. Consistency matters more than any single dramatic act. If you have health concerns, seek appropriate medical advice. If you want to go deeper, I've created a clear, step-by-step 21-day program that ties these habits together into a gentle daily practice. A guided habit plan, printable checklists for water testing and filter selection, safe crystal use guides, and short morning audio routines to help you start each day with consistent light, water, and intention. It's an optional paid program designed to support long-term change, not a magic bullet. You'll find the link in the pinned comment and description if you want to explore it. Before we wrap up, a short safety reminder that matters. Do not ingest crystal powder or any crushed stones. Do not assume every natural product is safe to ingest. If you use baking soda for alkalinizing, keep the dose small and check with your doctor if you have high blood pressure, kidney issues, or are taking medication. If you suspect heavy metal contamination, get your water tested before assuming a filter will solve everything. Always prioritize clear-eyed, practical safety along with your rituals. To summarize in a practical way, 7 daily blockers and 1-line fixes. 7. Fluoride in tap water. Use RO, distillation, or certified fluoride reduction filters. 6. Chlorine or oxidants. Let water rest. Use activated carbon filters. 5. Acidic diet stress. Morning lemon water, fewer processed foods, gentle stress practices. 4. Dead or over-processed bottled water. Choose glass spring water, structure water with rest and sun. 3. Negative programming of water. Use intention or calm music while drinking. Emoto-style practices are experimental. 2. Lack of morning sunlight. Get 10 to 20 minutes of natural light and solarize water in glass. 1. Toxic substances and unsafe crystals. Test water, use RO or distillation for heavy metals. Never put malachite, pyrite, hematite, selenite, calcite, labradorite into drinking water. Choose one thing to change today. Maybe it's swapping your plastic bottle for a glass one, or stepping outside with your glass of water for 10 minutes of light. Small choices done repeatedly create a new baseline for clarity and presence. If this message landed for you, please subscribe for more practical rituals and gentle science-friendly guidance. If you'd like a step-by-step plan that ties all of this into a 21-day habit program, I've put a clear optional guide in the pinned comment and description. It's a paid resource for people who want structure, but everything here can be started for free with small changes. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one habit, be kind to yourself, and let small rituals compound.
The pineal responds to light, water, and intention, and with steady, sensible practices, you can invite greater clarity into your days. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the comments.